To make this necklace, we're using gold chain. We have an 18-inch length of chain here, and each of the links is 2 millimeters wide. Then we have a gold ring. It's 10 millimeters. We have a head pin that's also gold. It's 50 millimeters. We have 12 crystal cube beads that are 2 millimeters. Then we have wire. It's gold and it's 26 gauge. For tools, we're using chain nose pliers, round nose pliers, and wire cutters. To make the necklace, the first thing you want to do is cut a 4-inch piece of wire, and then we're going to connect this chain to this wire using a wrapped loop. And to do that, I'm going to use round nose pliers, and I'm just going to come down about 1 inch on my wire, and I'm going to bend the wire 90 degrees toward me, and that's going to be the start of our wrapped loop. Then I'm going to reposition the pliers to the top of that bend, and I'm going to pull the wire up and over the top jaw of my pliers. Then I'm going to reposition the pliers to the bottom jaw and pull that wire all the way around to finish making that loop. But I'm not going to wrap my loop yet because I want to feed it through the last link of my chain. So I'm just going to slide that into the last link of my chain and kind of nestle it down in there like that. And then I'm going to wrap this loop. So I'm going to use my round nose pliers again, and I'm going to grasp across the loop like that. And I'm going to take the tail of my wire and pull it around the neck 2 times. And this wire is very, very fine, so it's super easy to manipulate. There we go. And now I can trim my wire. Like that. Actually, I'm going to trim it a little bit closer. Now to connect this to our loop, we're first going to slide on 3 of our square beads here, our pretty cube beads. And this is going to create a little detail before we get to our ring, and also add a little bit of color. And now we're going to make a wrap loop just like we did before, right next to that last bead. So I'm going to grasp the wire with my round nose pliers again, bend the wire toward me 90 degrees, reposition the pliers to the top of that bend, and then pull the wire up and over that top jaw of my pliers, reposition the pliers to the bottom jaw, and then pull the wire around to finish that loop. And now what I want to do is, before I wrap this loop, I want to slide my ring into that loop. Just like that. So there's my loop in my ring in my little loop. And now I can wrap the loop. And I'm going to do just what I did before. I'm going to grasp the loop across with my round nose pliers and then pull this tail around the neck 2 times. Like that. And now I can just trim using my wire cutters. And I'm going to use the flush side of my cutters, not this pointy side. I'll use the flush side against what I just did here, kind of against my work. And that way you end up with a straight across cut rather than an angled cut. Get that a little bit closer there. There we go. And I'm going to use my chain nose pliers to press the little end down because I didn't get super close. It's a little trick. You can always press your little end down. And now we have the loop end of our necklace done. Already looking very pretty. Now we're going to create the bar that creates the lariat on the other end of our chain. And to do that, I'm going to use a head pin, and I'm going to slide on the rest of my beads. So we're going to slide on 9 of our cube beads. And we chose this sort of light purple crystal AB color. The AB finish is that sort of, it's Aurora Borealis, it's sort of that oil slick, rainbow, shiny look. And it just adds a little extra shine. And it catches the light and it makes the little cube beads look like they're different colors from different angles, which I think is kind of fun. It's really pretty with the gold. Okay, one more. So there are our 9 beads on our head pin. And now we're going to do just what we've been doing, which is make a wrapped loop. I'm going to grasp the wire just like I've been doing with my round nose pliers. Bend the wire toward me 90 degrees. And this headpin wire is a little thicker gauge than the 26 gauge wire, so it's a little bit harder. Reposition the pliers to the top of that bend. And I'm going to pull the wire up and over the top jaw. Reposition the pliers so that the bottom jaw is in that loop, like that. And then I'm going to pull the wire around to make a complete loop, like that. And now what I can do is feed that end through the very last link of my chain. And I like to kind of hang the chain and then sort of fish the end into the loop. It just makes it easier to see which chain link is actually the last link. Now you can see my loop there. I'm going to grasp it with my pliers just across it like that. And then I'm going to pull that tail up and around that neck of my headpin wire 2 times, like that. I'm going to straighten my loop a little bit. It got a little angled there. There we go. And now I can use my wire cutters to trim that little end. And actually I'm going to reposition here so I can get pretty close. There we go. And I'll use my chain nose pliers to press that little end down. You see I've got a little end there. I'm going to just press it down. And it'll just line right up with the wraps that I made. Then to wear the necklace, you'll take your bar and the ring on the other end and just feed the bar through the ring. And there is our beautiful Crystal Bar Lariat Necklace.